Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Rachel, and in this tutorial we are going to make a birthday card, but we're not going to use your standard A2 or A7. We are actually going to be doing a slimline card. So I already picked out some cardstock that I will be using for this card that we're going to be making today. So we're going to be using some variations of some pink, some beige, and some white as well. Or this came in a pack from Michael's, and I will link that down below if you're interested. And I'm also using this circle die that I got from Amazon, and then I'm also using 110-pound cardstock, Hobby Lobby, and then an 80-pound cardstock for the panel. Let's go ahead and get this scored, and then we can start working on our panel. For those who are unfamiliar with slimline cards, they are going to be 8.5 by 3.5. So we need to score this at, so this is basically 8.5 by 6, and we need to score this at the 3.5 inch mark. So I'm going to bring in my small score buddy. So I'm going to have to actually bring in my scoreboard here. I'm going to have to score and then turn it around because this is not quite long enough for a slimline card. Okay, scoring it at the 1.5 mark. I'm going to bring it all the way down until it runs off the board here. Okay, and then I'll switch it and then score the rest. All right, let me go ahead and fold that over. Wonderful. I remember a few years ago when I was really into making cards that slimline cards were all the rage, and I'm not sure if they still are, but I am so excited to be making this card. And there we go. So what's great about slimline cards is it does not need extra postage, and you, of course, need a specialty envelope for it, but it's wonderful that the fact that you don't need extra postage for this type of card. I'm going to bring in my 5 different pieces of cardstock, and then also I'm going to bring in my die. I'm not exactly sure what size I'm going to be using, so I'm just going to kind of play around to see what is going to work best. I want to say, let me bring this over. I'm going to bring that over here. Okay, I want to say I'm going to use I think I'm going to bring in this one. If I need to cut smaller pieces, I will, but I think this is going to be a good size. So we got that one, and we got that one. I'm just kind of, we need 5 of them. All right, so. All right, so good. We're going to have to overlap it. Perfect. All right, so bringing in my little die cutting machine. I love how compact that is. It's definitely a favorite of mine. Okay, I don't need a lot of pieces or I don't need a large piece of the cardstock, so I'm just going to cut a small piece of each one. And okay, perfect. Do one at a time. Put that in there. And I like this die set because it has a stitch pattern, and that's kind of the vibe I've been really into lately. Okay, put it in there and let's start rolling it. Okay, got that. There we go. First one done. Love it. Okay, let's go ahead and do the rest of them, and then we'll assemble. It's gonna be the easiest card you guys would ever make. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is add the words happy to it. And I had purchased these alphabet stickers from Hobby Lobby, and I wasn't sure which one I was going to use. I like both of them. I was really hoping this one, but I think because of the size of the circle, I don't think it's going to work. Plus, I don't know. Let's actually give it a try, and if it works, then we will use it. If not, well, you have to use the printed one. So let me get this open, and let's see how it's going to play out. Not quite sure, but you know what? That's kind of the fun of it all, right? All right. Do we want to use uppercase and lowercase, or do we want it to all be? Well, let's just see, right? Okay. Bringing in my, now I'm going to pop these circles up. See, I can't determine, we're going to pop these circles up, but I think we're going to put these on here first. And kind of like so. I like it. You know, I like it. Let's do that. Let's do that uppercase, and then we'll do the rest lowercase, and then we can get them applied. So then I'm going to add the A. Oh, loving this card already. And we've like maybe have spent what, 10 minutes on this card. It's already turning out so perfectly. In the lowercase y, although that looks like an uppercase case y, but that's all right. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm already loving it. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Okay, we are not done because now we got to get the birthday, and I think we're going to heat emboss the word birthday here. So let me go get that. In fact, yeah, let's do that, and then we will assemble everything. What we'll do is we'll get this on, and then we will do the birthday, and then we will adhere everything. So that's, I think that's what we'll do. So I'm going to move that here, and then I have these 3D foam squares that I'm going to be using. They're super teeny tiny, and I love it. They're not really thick, and that's really, I don't really need a lot of dimension because we're going to pop this up as well. Okay, I'm going to flip that over and get the first one on there. I think I'll just do, I think one should be good enough, right? Yeah, one will be sufficient. I'm going to get my pencil and try to go underneath it, kind of mark where that's at, and then let me push that off just to get an idea about where that's going to go. Okay, and then, oh, this is pretty sticky. Okay. Okay, and then again, I'm just trying to place it because I need to know how close that circle needs to overlap the first circle. And so I think if I just keep on putting it on there just to make sure that, you know, my sides are equal. So now I know I need to go just a little bit over with, not too much. I think that's good. Yeah. Okay. So just so I can get an idea, you know, making sure that my sides are equal. All right. So then I'm going to move that off. Take the backer of the foam tape here, and then I think that looks pretty darn good. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. All right, now that we have that done and the stressful part is kind of off the table for a second, I brought in two different sentiments. Now I don't have one that just says birthday, but I have two different stamps that I could use to assist me in this. I'm not sure, and I don't remember where I got this from, because again, I used to do this years ago, and so I can't quite remember, so I apologize. But I'm going to bring this in. I don't need a happy, obviously, and I think that we got this one, so we got there we go, and maybe I can stamp it. I was originally actually going to pop it up, but I kind of think that we don't need dimension with this. Maybe if I just, well, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I should have stamped that first, right, before, okay, All right, I think I'm gonna have to bring in my stamping blocks because I probably should have done this first and not even thinking. I did not, but that's okay. I can still fix this. I'm gonna get this straight on my stamping block. Okay, now before I go ahead and stamp it, I'm gonna go ahead and just add some anti-static. So we don't want that to get that powder everywhere, the embossing powder. Get that put away. Okay. Now I kind of have like a one-shot kind of deal here because I'm going to have a hard time re-stamping it. So I just need to make sure that it is fully coated. And then I'm hoping that I'm going to get a really good impression. And sorry if my head is in the way, but I need to make sure that this is completely straight. Alright, so we'll just push that down, making sure that I have a good impression. Alright, I think that did pretty good. Alright, then we're going to do some embossing powder black. And then I'm just going to pour some on there. Let it sit for a second. This is extra fine. And then tap that off. Perfect. And then we will go ahead and fold that. And then pour the rest in there. And then let's close this up because knowing me, I probably will, you know what, actually I'm going to go ahead and pour some more on there because I just want to make sure it gets a really good coat. Just pour it on there again, hang a second. You just always want to just hold it there just to have it, give it enough time. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I'm glad that I went back and added a second layer of the, or second coat of the embossing powder because I think that just made a world of a difference, right? All right, got that done. Let's go ahead and add some heat. So if I could give you guys any advice, it would be to stamp first, then assemble the rest, okay? I was not thinking. All right, I'm gonna let this heat up and then I'll heat that up and we should be able to assemble the card. It did warp it just a little bit, but that's okay because we will add some foam tape and it will fit, or will go on the card just fine. I love how you can see that it's nice and it just melted perfectly, right? What I'm gonna do first actually is because there's some warpage there at the bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to my base here first, and that way it will help the stickers lay down flat. So I'm just using some foam tape here. I'm going to magnetize this down onto my glass mat just so that way it helps hold it in place. And then I'm going to place this onto my base here. See, and it works just fine. We don't have to worry about that warpage. All right, I do like the fact that the lighter blush enamel dots look good, but I think I might, I don't know, I'm not even sold that I'm going to do any of that because I think I don't, since this is not quite matchy-matchy, I mean it's a nice offset, but I don't think I'm going to, I think I might be bothered by that, and I think I'm just not going to play, you know, I'm not going to run that risk, right? And then I think I want another one on the actual circle, so let me, yeah, there's some really pretty tiny, oops, tiny ones that I think will look good on the little trio here. Let me see. I think I might have one go here and one go there. And then, oh, I'm liking that. Okay, so we're definitely doing this. It just looks so pretty. And then bring this one over here. Oops, if you can come. Come on, there we go. I've been watching this new card creator. Gosh, I can't remember her name. But anyways, every time she puts down a little embellishment, she goes, doop, and now I kind of want to do it. Alright. If I can remember, I will link her YouTube channel in the description box. She's a really good great card creator. If you guys are really into cards, watch her stuff. She's actually a graphic designer, and I think that she really does a lot of good cards, and there are some I'm going to bring to my channel, and I will definitely make sure I will link the video for inspiration, because she deserves all the credit. There we go. Come on, get off. Oh my goodness. And then we got this last one. And don't worry if it's cloudy. Once it dries, it will dry clear, and then it won't be so cloudy. All right, got it. Awesome. Wow, you guys, I am so excited about this card. This has been on my heart to do, and I'm glad that I was able to get it done. And it was fairly easy to do. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Oh my goodness, one of my favorites. All right, well, that is all I have for you guys. I told you this card wasn't going to take you that long to do, and it sure didn't. It was really easy to do. I will link everything in the description box of where I got everything, and of course, if you guys have questions or comments, be sure to leave that in the comment section. And if you're new to my channel and like what you saw, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That really helps me out. All right, well, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.